On Newsstream, we've been covering China's 5-year plan and how the nation is charting its economic and social path. And today, we focus on how China plans to manage its environmental challenges. In the last 3 decades, the world has witnessed the dramatic rise of China as an economic power, but its runaway growth has taken a toll on the quality of its air, soil, and water. So how will China reform its environmental policy? Well, joining me now from Beijing is Qi Ye. He is the director of the Brookings-Tsinghua Center for Public Policy. He's a leading expert on China's environmental policy. He joins us live from Beijing. Sir, thank you for joining us. And tell us how will the next 5-year plan attempt to restore and protect the environment in China?
First of all, the environmental problem has come to a point that the leadership and the decision makers consider this is going to be not only an environmental problem or public health problem, it has becoming a political problem. You have to address these problems: air pollution, water pollution, and soils, food safety. So for the next 5 years, we expect to see something we may call it a Green New Deal. So the Chinese government and the business altogether are going to spend a lot of investment into environmental protection, environmental related industry, and also we'll be seeing the implementation of a lot of the international agreements. For instance, the agreement signed between President Xi Jinping and President Obama during his state visit to the United States, where they both announced China and the United States will take serious measures to reduce the carbon emission, greenhouse gas emission, to address climate change. We're going to see a whole new chapter dedicated to all these areas, focused on domestic issues, domestic concerns, but also include the international treaties, international agreement implementations.
So you're expecting China to unveil a sort of ecological new deal that will have a domestic impact and international impact as well. And as China reins in its carbon emissions and works to protect its environment, what economic impact will it have? Because China's economy is slowing down.
That's exactly right, because right now there is a very serious concern about this, the scale and the speed and scope of the economic slowdown. And in the past, the economy was driven by the large-scale investment, large-scale export. But right now, it looks like neither the investment nor the export, or you look at the consumption, they're not really going really well to drive the economy. So the Chinese government is considering, by investing into this ecosystem restoration, natural resource conservation, the so-called ecological civilization, environmental protection, by investing into these areas, this ecological or green New Deal, then to drive the investment into the many areas in order to drive the economy. So this is going to be an important factor to address not only the environmental concerns, but also the economic concerns as well.
Got it. So green tech could be a sort of economic stimulus for China ahead. Now, final question for you, sir. Is environmental policy even a major priority for the Chinese Communist Party right now? Because given the slowing economy and the reforms needed, and also given the tension in the South China Sea, will the party focus enough on ecological protection?
The ecological protection has been a major focus for this administration. You have seen during the 3 official meetings between the President Xi Jinping and President Obama, the only theme that lasted for all 3 meetings were the climate change and clean energy. And here in China, every year, just about $90 billion U.S. invested into clean energy. And here there has been a lot of discussion about revolution on energy consumption and energy production. So the environmental concerns, like I said, has become not only an environmental per se, but also economically, politically, they are very, very important, and there are one single issue to rally support from the general public.
Yeah, it is very important for the people in China who breathe the air there and also all around the world. China is, of course, the world's #1 emitter of carbon greenhouse gases.
Absolutely.
Chi, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us. Chi is, of course, a senior fellow and director at the Brookings-Tsinghua Center for Public Policy, joining me live.